Keenan Allen is absurdly good. At 32 years old, he is still dropping dudes in camp. Bro, he just makes me bolt up so hard. I hope you guys are bolted up. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. Today is the last day of training camp, and the day before we go and beat the 49ers. Let's get right into it. First play I got to show you, gonna make TCU fans absolutely bolt up. Max Duggan on the run into the end zone for a touchdown. Couple things I want to point out to you. We got some young guys. Tuli Tuipulotu right here on this edge. And also Daiyan Henley is right. He's behind CJ Okoye, who is so freaking massive that you can't even see Daiyan Henley. There he is right here. They both bite on this run play. Tuli Tuipulotu just lets that edge go completely free. And now we got Max Duggan with a lead blocker, Stone Smartt, who has improved his stock so much in these past like 2 weeks. He gets that lead block into the end zone for Max Duggan, pretty similar to how he got that lead block into the end zone for Easton Stick in that Saints game. Watch out for Stone Smartt, man. He's getting a lot of hype later on in training camp. He's probably going to make the roster. Okay, this next play is a little confusing to me. Justin Herbert runs into the end zone, pretty short gain for a touchdown, but Hunter Moyer, and we also have Mike Williams and Joshua Kelly were lined up wide on the left side, and you can see Hunter Moyer is trying to get a block, and also Asante Samuel Jr. looks to be engaged with a block on Mike Williams. That's his little hand right there. But what they're trying to do is use these guys as a distraction. You have no running back in the backfield because he is lined up out wide with two blockers in front of him, because you need to have that threat of a screen pass. With that threat, you have both of these safeties, Alohi Gilman and Derwin James, drifting out to this side away from the play. As soon as you get Derwin James drifting out on one side of the field, you run the play to the other side. Justin Herbert runs right up the middle for a touchdown. And then also look at these old linemen that are out here. We got Quentin Johnson on this side. This is Corey Linsley, the center. Trey Pipkins, right tackle. Austin Pleasance is a backup tackle, and we have Rashawn Slater too, and Zion Johnson. So we have three tackles out there, and only Corey Linsley and Zion Johnson as interior offensive linemen. I don't see Jamari out here. I don't know what this alignment is, and I wish we could see this entire play, or we could see it from the all 22 footage, but man, I can't tell where Austin Pleasance is playing because it just starts in the middle of the field. It looks like he swung out, but a kind of a weird alignment, little weird wrinkle in the playbook, and I like it. This is good play design. Now we got a touchdown for Derius Davis, the wide receiver punt returner out of TCU. I love this guy, man. Check out why this works. Pretty good protection overall, first of all, but Terrell Bynum running that little hook route on the inside with Matt Hankins, looks like 23, all over him. Matt Hankins has been having a pretty good camp as soon as he was signed. Daiyan Henley is lined up on Derius Davis, and the reason you have him hooking here is to get traffic for this linebacker to have to run through. He kind of gets caught up in it a little bit, and he has to go all the way outside to the sideline where Derius Davis is. Derius Davis is too fast for that, man. That play develops way too quickly. Daiyan Henley, a speedy linebacker, sideline to sideline, but he's not faster than Derius Davis. And now we got the play that everyone's been waiting for, man. Beautiful throw. Amazing catch by Keenan Allen. We can't really see it from this angle, but check it out. First of all, I want to show you Justin Herbert is up there celebrating. Check it out from this angle, man. Boom. Just barely gets his hand on that ball. Look at that, diving out with that arm. Michael Davis is draped all over him. Catches it with just barely enough room to spare in the back of the end zone for a touchdown, man. Keenan Allen, insane concentration and the ability to tip it to himself and then catch the ball in stride. It's some amazing move from a 32-year-old wide receiver. The athleticism and the concentration to do that on Michael Davis, who's a pretty good corner, but also I found out Austin Pleasance is in at right guard. So what's going on with Jamari? Is Jamari just not practicing? Is it an off day for him? Austin Pleasance is the backup tackle. I would assume that if you have a backup offensive lineman in there for guard, it would be Zach Bailey, because we've seen Zach Bailey have a really good camp so far. He's actually the highest graded lineman for the Chargers this year in the preseason, and I was actually wanting Zach Bailey to get some snaps at backup tackle in order for Austin Pleasance to stay off the field and get Zach Bailey on the field more. But man, let's just focus on this Keenan Allen catch. It is so beautiful. The ball is just barely thrown. It's kind of overthrown a little bit, but you can see how much Michael Davis is draped all over him. That hand is all the way there. So if it wasn't overthrown just a tiny bit like that, Keenan Allen wouldn't have had the opportunity to reach out and tip it to himself for the touchdown. My goodness, what is going on with this offensive line? What is going on with Keenan? I want to eat whatever Keenan is eating, because at 32 years old, he still looks so athletic and he's such a great route runner. Man, this man is not slowing down at all. And right before that Keenan Allen touchdown, there was a 31-yard pass to Mike Williams to set them up at the 25-yard line. Brandon Staley said, man, that's just another day at the office for Keenan Allen, and he's right. A lot of today was focused on the red zone, like we've seen from a lot of other days, and the highlight was a 6-yard touchdown catch for Mike Williams on Asante Samuel Jr. Man, why is it always Asante getting these touchdown catches on him? But Mike Williams caught the ball. It was probably a fade route back right side of the end zone. Herbert put it only where Mike Williams can get it, which is exactly what we saw in that Keenan Allen touchdown pass that we have the video of. Just a little bit out of reach of Michael Davis and barely in the reach of Keenan Allen, because Michael Davis was all over him. Got to overthrow it a little bit so that Michael Davis cannot compete for that ball at all. Perfectly placed by Justin Herbert. And then that 2-point play where Justin Herbert ran into the end zone was the same one that I showed you, where Joshua Kelly was lined up way out wide on the left side for a possible screen pass. There's going to be a lot of looks out of that formation in the red zone, I'm sure. And the Chargers' run defense was a weakness last year, but listen to this. First team drill was emphasized on the run. First play, 5-yard run for Austin Ekeler. Then Derwin James flying up to the line of scrimmage, getting a run stop on Joshua Kelly for a loss of 1. And then the very next play, a stop for no gain on Joshua Kelly. Derwin James is doing it all himself, stopping the run. Derwin James looks so good in camp, and I cannot wait to see all of these players on this defense healthy and flying around the field just like Derwin James is. Man, we got so many stars and so much depth on this defense. This is the year. Man, I just made myself bolt up so hard. You know what else makes me bolt up so hard? Special teams. Special teams news today. Dustin Hopkins was kicking. He kicked the extra point to get a 17-14 lead, and he also made 3 field goals in the kicking session, and he's 22 of 28 for camp. But Cameron Dicker is probably going to be the kicker still. And also, the Chargers just retired the numbers of Charlie Joyner and Kellen Winslow, number 80 and number 18, 2 Hall of Fame players, tight end and wide receiver. So now we got Dan Fouts, Lance Allworth, Junior Seau, LT, Charlie Joyner, and Kellen Winslow all getting their numbers retired. Bro, when is Antonio Gates going to get his number retired? He should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And then Phillip Rivers, too, number 17. Is anybody going to wear 17 again? And then while we're at it, go ahead and retire Justin Herbert's number 2, because nobody is ever going to be wearing number 10 again by the time Justin Herbert's done playing football. Okay, you know what? That was the end of training camp. The final day of training camp was today in this video. Make sure to go back and see what Keenan Allen and these other receivers were doing yesterday, because they just are always impressing, man. Go ahead and check this video out. Thanks for watching.